cross map. I think that's where BDS will get the best function. Otherwise, for G2, like, you have a lot of people that are kind of this point and click, murder someone. So for someone like a Ziggs who wants to play far back, having this point and click death
His HP irrelevant. It's a possible dive here as Broken Blade has got this cannon wave in underneath the tower. Skew1's going to tank it first. Irrelevant jumps away. Skew1 flashes to the edge of tower range, and Broken Blade isn't tanking the tower yet. Irrelevant flashes himself. BB could look for this, but could also just go for the plate. He might almost die here to Irrelevant. Has to flash away. Was thinking about the kill so much, he didn't really notice his health bar falling. Sapping him down from 113 as Caps has jumped on. And Nuke just Goomba did keep his TP in the top side as well, so he could teleport down here. Nuke is looking for Caps. He'll jump in. Needs the knockback with the buster shot. The flash twist in advance as well. The follow-up. Caps is clapped for the second time this game. And BDS will take the Drake as well. Nuke is on an absolute tear.
Nuke is styling on them. This is sick. And kind of a little bit of criticism about the leverage at Nuke over the last little while, saying he just hasn't felt like he's going to start walking up there. How quickly can he do a second one? No smite available. It looks like 113 should be able to force him off of this before he takes it.
Yeah, he'll manage to do it. Skew1 doesn't get the second one, and now Irrelevant's coming in from the side. Use the wallop burst into the Gnar to get rid of that spell shield. Skew1 can heal up a little bit, but the Heart Zapper shouldn't keep him healthy for long enough. Pops the ultimate though.
They end up in a position where they have a losing bot lane. They start to swap their lanes very quickly around the map. Oh, we got the all-in, but Caps managed to avoid.
Seismic's jump just short though. Lebrov's trying to come in from the side. Nature's Grasp out from 113. Should just clip Lebrov's. Caps able to stand to the side of it. Lebrov down to 100 HP and knocked back with the buster shot. The Ignite will take his life. Skew1 trying to turn it around, but no real follow-up from the rest of G2. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Broken Blade jumping onto Irrelevant, who gets the wallop and lands a house in the face of BB, and BB has to flash away again. Irrelevant has a flash of his own, with the house not quite connecting.
What might be coming his direction?
No flash. Nature's Grasp again, Nuke just jumping forward, and Caps is going to get rooted up here. Seismic Shot will get the knockback onto Nuke with the twisted advanced follow-up. The buster shot not enough to kill off Caps. In fact, it wasn't even used, it's just the Bramble smash from 113. He continues to chase. Caps living on 7 HP somehow. Nuke very hungry for blood. He gets another auto. 43. Caps and dying in that exchange. You can see Lebrov hovering here once again as Nuke jumps forward. There's the solar player. Lebrov is going to get caught by it. Zenith Blade there for the follow-up with the aftershock. Lebrov is quite tanky for a while, but when it expires, he's not that tanky anymore. To sleep with the fishes by BDS.
Yeah, again, Nuke is just playing around the fact that whenever you use the Q as Caps, cool, you've got no return damage. That's the spell you max. That's where all your DPS is. So finding these moments where you can jump in and constantly having Paris and 113 there, but they want to turn it.
Paris able to walk away for now. 113 coming in from the side. Jumps onto Caps once again. Nuke going in. Caps with twisted advance. The follow-up. They just have so much CC. Doesn't matter if you get away from the first one. You can't escape the subsequent crowd control.
Top side for Void Grub's going to be pretty nice for a composition that definitely wants to try and play through towers, but at this point in time now, this is where they've got to go. Right, Icy or opening mid, which you can see now.
Is that G2 have relatively good wave clear, or that Kaiser is short range, Broken Blade again short range. The Taliyah in the mid lane has a lot of wave clear to work with, and it's a bit difficult for BDS to actually get the push in.
Yeah, I think the difference here is though that, like, if you're a Ziggs, all you have to do is get to this part of the map and you are relevant because you've got that ultimate, right? So even though you can kind of clear out these waves a little bit easy as G2, where you are effective is very different to what BDS have to offer. So as Nuke is here, look at where Ziggs is.
Nice little sidestep from Nuke. I thought he may be a goner if LeBron had hit the hook. Would have pulled him under the tower, and then you have the depth charge follow-up with the concussive blows as well. That's CC. Twisted advance forward onto Skew1. Gets the knockback with a Nature's Grasp. There's the Mega Inferno Bomb as well. Hunsummer rooted by it. Cleanses and flashes and gets over the solar player. Skew1 the next target here for BDS as they find one. And now with the TP coming in from Broken Blade, Nuke's looking for more. Depth charge on the tower. Killer Instinct in. Nuke went too deep, but did Broken Blade do the same? No! Because Caps is here on a Weaver's Wall. And he weaves his way through BDS. 2 kills to G2. They lose 1. They will lose some damage on this tower as well.
Nuke got greedy on the play. The man we've been praising all game long goes too deep, ends up getting knocked up with the depth charge. Play onto this bottom side of the map where BB is, rather than trying to play without him.
Just doing it a little bit slower than perhaps they would like. You can see Irrelevant very happy just to stand under the tower. And
2 of those TPs available at the moment, and there's a Rift Tower in the middle.
yeah, point of pressure from BDS as the Rift Tower charges in. The Satchel Charge then follows up, and that's a very dead tower.
It's going to be on BDS to try and retake the area. Labrov is not in position, though.
It's also whether BDS don't need to force in. Nuke is still pushing through top. The problem is Caps has to
move in towards this bottom side of the map.
I mean, that tower's gone.
Yeah.
You have Short Fuse, you have Satchel, you have Demolish Proc, you have so much. BDS, as you say, Labrov, like, he's recalling.
They're
So
just going to go for mid tower.
G2 will just look for that mid tower. Importantly, Caps can move down mid and Weaver's wall off BDS from this mid lane. I mean, the problem is Drake's up now, right? Irrelevant's going to run away. He's going to hop on top of a minion, take a little bit of a taxi there. Depth charge coming out onto Irrelevant, trying to build up that Mega Null, but that's Killer Instinct in. And the shutdown goes over to Labrov.
G tempo, but they just needed to clear out mid wave, and G2 read it well. They immediately collapse onto them, and now they get the Dragon, they get the kill on Irrelevant, they get the TP.
Composition, and they still have strong members. The problem is, sometimes when a small thing happens like that and Broken Blade goes in with a last breath, Nuke is dead. Things start to fall like dominoes was the end overall. TP coming in here from Irrelevant. He is still fully Mininar as far as I can see. The Baron Mega Inferno Bomb's not going to take it. Smite from Skumond is good. Labrov's going to sacrifice himself here. Or can he flash across the wall to safety? Solo player hits 2, but it's Skumond and Broken Blade. Not really the targets you're looking for. Nature's Grasp goes down. Broken Blade falling low, but has that shield. Nuke now looking to jump across the wall. 28%. First in the league is about 2 percentage points higher than any other top laner. And that damage per minute difference of 150, where most people are doing around 700 overall. Tier 2 in the bot lane, the target here for G2. BDS a little bit slower on the response. You can see, don't really have the range to get that wave cleared out before G2.
Just trying to get those flanks we were talking about.
And it's the gating as well from BDS. You can see they're keeping Skumond and Labrov at arm's length towards the top side. They'll secure the Drake. Now TP from Broken Blade into the middle of the team. Skumond pops the maximum doses, but he's ignited, so we won't be able to heal up too much. Broken Blade in the midst of BDS is immediately blasted to Kingdom Come. Unsummer with a Killer Instinct, just trying to survive. He's the prey in the kettle.
Yes.
Understandable. Test the waters first, as Caps isn't testing anything. Goes in with the Weaver's Wall, pops stopwatch to avoid the Mega Inferno Bomb, and the Solar Flare. Unsummer dived in with a Killer Instinct, and he did kill off Ice, but there's the Gnar from Irrelevant. He's going to jump across the wall. He'll kill off Labrov, and BDS find 2. Bit of a bodyguard, a bit of a bouncer. Skumond steps forward. BDS turn around towards them. Really trying to force G2 into making a decision here, maybe taking the fight.
BDS just want to buy time for Ice. He's up in 3 seconds with TP.
Skumond forced away. Look at the damage from Irrelevant. G2 can't even get close. Irrelevant and Paris keep them at bay. BDS secure them. We'll pick Tristana, we'll play through mid, and then every time you try and get to another lane to get the damage down, we're going to be there first. Skumond trying to walk in here, but immediately has to walk out, knocked back with the Buster Shot. The Drake secured by BDS. They'll be on the back foot now as Skumond's looking for the chase with that maximum dosage.
Situation to get out of that. So I think it's going to be a case of trying to wall Ice off and look for these plays, but you can see them trying to overload those windows to see if they can find the pick, but it is opening up.
Broken Blade Caps is going to TP in.
Yeah. This is a mistake. Irrelevant should have not have gone for the red buff. He should have been pushing out that wave into a slow push so then they can test on towards the Dragon. But now you've got 2. That's your inhibitor gone.
I mean, it's your Nexus gone if no one gets back in time. Irrelevant is there right now. Does have the TP. The Drake has been begun by BDS, but Broken Blade and Caps are on the Nexus towers. Broken Blade down to half HP. Solar Player's going to land. Inferno so secured for BDS, but they're on the run. As Labrov lands the hook onto Paris, Broken Blade and Caps unable to get much more as Nuke's going to teleport in. Unsummer dived into the backline, pops the cleanser, doesn't go pop himself. He survives another good hook from Labrov and Paris, and Ice are able to kill off Unsummer. Meanwhile, Caps and Broken Blade are dead. BDS have found everything they wanted as G2 tried to split them up, but only Skumond stands still as BDS collapse on him. It's an ace for nil, an Infernal Soul, and the game for BDS.
Irrelevant held his ultimate long enough to smash Caps into the wall the second he came out as Anya's, and now BDS are looking to smash down these towers as well and finish out this game.
And G2, they tried to pull something tricksy on BDS, but Irrelevant and Nuke held strong. They held the line, and with the Infernal Souls at their backs, were able to win both fights out. BDS will take the Nexus Towers, and what is in one hell of a shocker, they'll take game 1 as well.
And in the team fights with this, but Or and Sion, I think are fine. Like, you lose gracefully as the Orin and just try and play for those big team fights.
And it's like, who has the damage?
Yeah.
Like, Hui's damage is very front-loaded. Obviously, Spiraling Despair into more Severing Bolts can get that execute damage down in the end, but we'd already taken the damage. So.
It is tough in that because
Broken Blade, though, with good push up towards this top side, taking a lot of plates so far. 2 plates at the 5-minute mark. Should be okay. Second plate goes down, pops the Dominus, and Irrelevant now realizing, well, I don't have 6 yet. Can I really trade to this? He's fine-ish. Oh, he's not.
No, he's not fine.
He's fine, man. Both of them flash. He's okay. What are you talking about? Why are you worried? But in mid lane so far through this series, there's about a 300 gold lead just in isolation. Paris and 113 coming around the corner now. We'll spot LeBrob on that control ward, and looks like they're going to be able to get 2. They didn't have the pressure in mid for G2, so they have to back away. BDS will get 2 grubs.
Caps' TP was just seconds away from coming back up in the mid lane, so he stuck around for the final wave. So now we can go for the reset and TP back in, but it meant that they just
coming around the corner. They will try and take away this blue buff. 113's on his way across. LeBrob's going to find Paris, who's fleeing at the moment from the Grim Visage. Skewmon starting to close the gap, has to flash away from the grand entrance. 113 and Nuke collapsing in. Electroshock Laser coming out. Skewmon the first target. Another Vault Breaker won't save him from the Arcane Storm. BDS continue to collapse, continue to show. First Drake, the enemy team will get 3 grubs. The second Drake, usually a little bit closer on timings because of the different respawn times, but BDS also got 2 of the first grubs. As we see the Dominus used here by Broken Blade. Court of the Forge God coming out as well. Broken Blade flashes early and will escape. Skewmon now looking for perhaps a dive as Caps begins to collapse. Recall channeled by Irrelevant. Skewmon should be the one to tank this. Wait for the Bellows Breath. Wait for the knockup. Skewmon tanks, and there's the kill. G2 on the board. Nuke coming in from the side. Flashes the wall, though, and Skewmon is going to fall again. The Arcane Storm into the tower shot. Importantly as well, BDS keep hold.
It's going to be 5 grubs going over to BDS as well. So, again, it's kind of a lot of the pressure for BDS is stemmed from Nuke just having such good control of the mid and being able to help out where he's needed.
Yeah, he's in such a strong position, 2-0 now on that Victor. Caps did manage to get a plate in the mid lane and picked up a kill of his own, so he's evened out that gold discrepancy. Irrelevant, who has lost gracefully, but has definitely lost. Yeah. 700 gold behind right now. Full completed item as 113 caught out just a little bit. Skewmon has that cease and desist. Will go for 113. There's the Crescent Guard quickness coming out from Paris, but he's knocked up before he can even charm anyone. The trample from LeBrob for another stun. G2 find 2, and now Nuke is in for a world of hurt. LeBrob's on the chase. Caps pulls him back with grasping more. There's the knocker follow-up into the spiraling despair. G2 come to life for in game 1 that we expected to see in game 1. 14 minutes in, they are in a huge lead. On
position. Oftentimes it's not off a huge amount of kills, it's plays like this where, yes, you get a kill, but it's getting towers and getting plates.
All of the Forge God coming out from Irrelevant as he tries to survive. Tower is going to fall. G2, are you on the back foot? Are you on the front foot? Grasping more doesn't land. Hans Summer having to jump away from 113, who pops the Crescent Guard, and in the end, G2 escape pretty much.
Going to shove in that top wave, and you've still got 3 members of G2 that are going to be in a position to always fight for it.
Hans Summer able to be so safe on this Ezreal as well. Open up the map for themselves a little bit more. And
you can see where like the problem exists at the moment. It's like this is about as far as you can play if you're Victor. This is kind of a
off this wave because you can see Broken Blade has actually worked his way all the way down towards the Razor Beaks. Caps is still in bot. Riftheld charging in. I don't think it takes that entire play, but Hans Summer maybe just needs an auto attack on it. It does, in fact. That's been just 1-3 secured this straight. You can see after Broken Blade put the control ward in the pit, he was thinking about it the whole time.
As if he has support, which then makes BDS go, oh, he must, but he doesn't.
They're here. Looking for Nuke, but there's no follow-up. No one to chase in as Paris is coming across and Ice has killed LeBrob. Like, LeBrob went right now. BDS trying to wrestle their way in. 113 goes in. There's the double knockup call to the Forge God as well. And already Skewmon's down and Caps will follow suit. BDS just blow up G2. The True Shot Barrage coming out as the Chemtech Drake has been begun by BDS. Broken Blade looking for the flank, but do you really have the damage here on Summer and BB on half HP? I think not. BDS will get the soul. They ping the Baron. There's an Uttergun there for them. It's a, I mean, the trigger finger to just see Skewmon and be like, he's dead.
Yes.
Beautiful from BDS. After in the last game we were talking about how their team fighting hasn't been as good this spring. That was sublime to see. They get the Nash as well. Hansama tried time to delay G2 on this. So good true shot barrage, good chase from Hansama to get the smallest.
Which then makes BDS go, oh, he must, but he doesn't.
Rob goes in, looking for nuke, but there's no follow-up. No one to chase in as Paris is coming across and Ice has killed LeBron. You have first move in the river right now. BDS trying to wrestle their way in. 113 goes in. There's the double knockup call to the Forge God as well. And already Skumon's down and Caps will follow suit. BDS just blow up G2. The true shot barrage coming out as the Chemtech Drake has been begun by BDS. Broken Blade looking for the flank, but do you really have the damage here on Summer and BB on half HP? I think not. BDS will get the soul. They ping the Baron. There's an Utica. I mean, the trigger finger to just see Skumon and be like, he's dead.
Yes.
Beautiful from BDS. After in the last game we were talking about how their team fighting hasn't been as good this spring. That was sublime to see. They get the Nash as well. Hansama in time to delay G2 on this. So good true shot barrage, good chase from Hansama to get the smallest prize they could. Anything too monumental. BDS grouping up as 4 here. Irrelevant's going to answer Broken Blade towards the side. G2 back away. BDS will take their first tower of the game. The gold lead's still in G2's favor, but if BDS use this Baron buff well, they can begin to explode it in theirs. Now Irrelevant, knocked up by Skumon. Broken Blade looking for the damage. Call of the Fortress coming out as well. They've already taken half his health, and it's a good knockback from Skumon to stop the train coming back the other way. Tickets, please. Skumon's the
a little bit more back on the map, and that Rebel Baron power play starting to drift away. Nuke will get bot lane turn, it looks like, but not a huge play.
Oh, sorry, I was dodging the true shot barrage. Mistake, because Nuke will get the tier 1 in the bot lane. Do you not see that?
What?
Hansama just ulted like halfway through his own jungle. Maybe, actually, it could have been for Vision. It could have been Vision. More towers for themselves. Elder up in 1 minute 50. Baron up in 2.5.
Yeah, I think this game is getting to a point though where G2 just can't.
Dreaming is going to be lost to the tower. I don't think G2 give a damn about that. Broken Blade still pushing on a side, and this seems to be the G2 playbook when they're starting to fall.
Oh my god!
Charm. This is the BDS playbook. Hansama dashes away, but he's shut down. LeBron goes in and lands a 3-man knocker, but there's no follow-up from the rest of G2. BDS, it's deja vu. I've seen this one before. They win another fight in the river. Broken Blade is going to be able to get the top inhibitor, but can Skumon steal it? The jungle is still alive for G2 as BDS look to catch him out. Caps and Skumon doing everything they can here. Irrelevant's gone back to base. The inhib's down. Paris is going to mark Skumon. Stick on that buy. Spot him out the whole time as Ice jumps over to Caps. He takes the blast cone to safety. And the Elder secured for BDS. The Baron also in their eyes.
Yeah, and that's exactly where I think BDS can move over.
4-item AD carry. It's almost a 4-item mid laner as well. BDS, they get the fighter Elder, they get the Baron.
Sort of vision that might be behind them as well, because the classic G2 play is TP Broken Blade in behind you and see what we can make work, but BDS being very cognizant of that and making sure there isn't angles of attack for G2.
TP from Irrelevant. BDS want to play on this wave, it feels. Next wave is coming in. The Baron expires in 1 minute and 10. Call of the Forge God used. The Elder expiring in 2 seconds. Paris going in with the quickness. Look at the damage on Hansama. He doesn't die somehow to the ticks. The Elder must have just expired, but the inhibitor's down. And now LeBron is going to follow suit. BDS find another. They get the inhibitor. No wave in mid, no wave in bot, though. They may just have to back away 50 seconds before the Baron expires.
I cannot believe...
Is he in too deep? Is he trying to keep a rush of blood in his head instead of going under? Slices away. Now Irrelevant has the flank. Brittle proc into the knocker. Broken Blade holding his flash. The Gravity Well's going to get the stun down. He slices forward. Heals a bunch with the Call of the Meek. Now can flash to the ground. Paris going in with the quickness as 113 continues to chase. Meanwhile, G2 are pushing through bot and through mid. BDS don't have a wave here. And G2 have a window to try and take some more away from BDS. The inhibitor tower in the mid lane is going to fall as Caps opens up on it, but 113 now has the flank. Hansama jumping forward, the inhibitor tower, but wasn't able to do it quickly enough, so Caps is there to catch it. They don't really need those waves to be synced though. G2 don't have the numbers, don't have the wave clear for that flank. Was spotted on a ward. BDS should know the G2 jungler is around here. Broken Blade, the one who has the mid lane prio. LeBron, the one who's caught out. Hansama able to jump away. LeBron goes in with a headbutt pulverize and knocks back Nuke. He pops the stopwatch. Spiraling Spare coming out as well as LeBron has fallen low. Jump back in by Skewman. Hansama has been untouched so far, but so has Ice. LeBron finally gets onto Ice. So far it's a 2 for 2 as Hansama has to flash away and get to the blast cone. No waves really in difficult spots so far. There's a mid wave, and G2 could play for it for the inhibitor. Super minions pushing towards the top side of the map. G2 should be able to get this inhib, but the question is, do they risk it with BDS collapsing?
That's such a huge wave in topside for BDS as well, and G2 know it, so they get
out towards the Elder in time. Hansama is starting up the Baron right now. 113, True Shot Barrage coming out. That's just going to help 113 get this lower quicker. The Baron down to 10,000. G2 should be able to secure this. Irrelevant's coming in with the Call to the Forge God though, and Caps is having to back off. The Baron taken by G2, but BDS are making a beeline down the mid lane as they have a wave to support. Broken Blade, the only one here to defend, has no flash, has Baron up minions, and Super's pushing in as well, but this inhibitor will go down. Inhibitor in the top lane has respawned in the meantime as BDS crack into the base once again of G2. G2, yes, you've got the Baron, but you can't really fight into the Elder, and there's 2 minutes on that buff.
Yeah, they should just be able to get both of these inhibitors, and then honestly, I think you just reset and look to try and play through this bottom side as BDS. Oh, this next wave is coming in. They want to play on these waves, but I think it does get a little precarious. You still have the Elder Dragon, but trying to get these waves to the tower is so difficult against Caps and these barred up minions.
It's really hard to get in range as well, because Hansama continually is just poking with these mystic shots. No wave in the top lane. You can see the super minions crashing where the top tier ones used to be, so a long way away for BDS. They are playing off these waves. A minute 25 on the Elder means they'll have 2.5, 2 more, maybe 3 waves, depending on when the waves come in. BDS trying to catch 2 waves at once does mean the top wave will push in as Hansama is caught out with a bit of lightning. Paris getting in there as well. The Call of the Forge God is enough to kill off Hansama. Skuma dived into the back line, but the Elder engage from BDS is bloody brilliant. They find everyone. Look at that storm! The storm to end all storms. The ending of Arcane lives up to its name. Caps trying to hit the severing bolts. They have no minions now, BDS. The super minions pushing in. Nuke is low, but heals up through that Chem Soul. Caps here to defend. Can he do it into Paris? Nuke and Irrelevant. Paris, flash coming back off cooldown. The heal about to come back up as well. Caps dodges to the side, but he's brittle, he's fragile. Where were you when BDS beat G2? Domination from BDS.
I cannot believe we saw is that BDS can find early leads. It's been able to play through them consistently, but this was perfect. This was fantastic.
I'm gobsmacked, man. I don't know where it came from. G2 had the mid game, like they were 5k ahead. Well, BDS just absolutely battered them in the late game.
I do think it was great drafts as well from BDS, because we kind of saw this same, hey, we want to assassinate backline, just remove that threat.
Oh, yeah. I mean, drafts are great. Mid lane was great. Nuke had a field day in the early game. Let's hear from him, because he is standing by with Law and standing by Law, both of them, together, standing next to each other.
Yay.
Together on stage, yeah, that's the mood. Welcome back to the stage for the Marriott Convoy. Post-game check-in with the victorious Nuke. That is an upset. That is an upset in my eyes. How did you guys make it happen? And then we'll talk about the fact that you almost entered it. But,
I mean, like, how do you make it? Yeah, I think first game, we had a good early game.
Yeah.
They got caught off guard, and then we kind of threw it again, like both game, low-key. But yeah, we still managed to get it out and like win, like crazy.
You just told me before the interview that you were exhausted.
Yeah.
How so?
Like both games were like super long, and especially the second game, like we were so much stronger 5v5, and like basically I used every part of my energy to like just stall the game until we got to objective.
Yeah.
And we did, and we won with team fights, so I'm really happy.
It was right. Thank you, Berlin. That was amazingly done. The thing that bugs me a bit, though, is the fact that they had an early game composition. They got it in the early game. You guys managed to come back, and then you guys having the late game comp based around team fights and everything. The fights seemed difficult sometimes. Is that a communication issue?
Like, Okay, we had already how to play the fight. Like the first team fight that we did as 5, you know, with Xin, Ornn, Flash, Ult, Rakan, we stomped them, we won. But then I think in the later stage of the game, we kinda like dropped it off a bit, even though it's like our strongest combo, like to use Xin body and to use Rakan after. And yeah, especially the last team fight, I feel like it should have, like when I died first, it should have been an ace, I feel like. But yeah, we still ended up getting Elder and Nash, so I mean, Elder and yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
a win is a win, and a 2-0 against G2 is a 2-0. And Nuke, you need those wins right
really
now.
need it.
I feel, yeah, and you played out of your mind. I feel like you were feeling it on stage. Like, was that a confidence thing? Like, did you feel that as well?
I mean, I don't know, like...
Just Smurf him casually,
no,
like that's easy.
Basically, like we play Vitality and Giant 6 next week.
Yeah.
The next week. So today's matches is like important still, even though like G2 like is favored obviously with what we showed. So the win is even better. Like I don't know.
It is even better. I get that, but as you said, you have, I want to say difficult matchups because both GX and Vitality, you never know what's going to happen in those games, and I feel like you can get caught up into the madness of those things. So, and I feel like it's been an issue with BDS all year long so far. So give me some insights about the backstage work that you guys are doing to stabilize those games. And I know that I ask you that often, but I'm guessing that it's going to come at some point.
Yeah, I mean, basically this week's, and like, I think it started from this week, like after our last matches, we are going all in, like practice-wise, and just how we, like basically today we won just with one evening practice. So like, it's crazy. And yeah, we're just putting all the work in to just make sure we are disciplined, because we are not a disciplined team. But like, we just need to be disciplined, and I think we will beat Vitality and Giant 6 pretty easily if we manage to hold, you know.
Hopefully you can make this happen and showcase this on all of the stage games that you're going to have. We have 113 on the other side in PGL. I know that he's also in contention for Player of the Series. Do you feel like he should have it, or should you have it?
Like, it's a team game. They had the.
You don't have to be humble.
They had the tools, especially game 2, to like win the game basically with how they combo together. So they managed to do it. So like they can get it, you know. Like, well played to them.
All right. You won actually. You won the Kia Player of the Series. So
take it.
Do you want to thank the fans? Yeah.
I take it. Like.
I think it is deserved. Nuke, last question for you. G2, 2-0, as you said, you need to bring consistency. What do you think are going to be the main takeaways from this series?
Probably our aggression. I feel like even though we were in a good state in the game, we didn't like, we kind of hold it back ourselves. And probably because G2, like, we are in leading position, like, you know, but yeah, just getting confidence back, like, just taking it.
Hold on to that confidence, Nuke. Merci beaucoup. Thank you so much, and congratulations again on defeating G2. That's all for us here on this side of the stage. So over to you, Sharks, with Jack Spectra and 113 in PGL.
Thank you so much. What an amazing stage interview. Ah, look at the smiles. Amazing. Congratulations, 113. What a sick series. Wow. It was unbelievable. A hard game to win, especially the last one, I want to say. And we have one of your biggest fans sitting next to you. What kind of a spell do you put on my analyst? Because Finn and Jack Spectra, like, they cannot stop talking about you.
They are just my brothers, you know, from solo.
Yeah.
I also played with Finn before, and he knows, like, how I am as a player.
Uh-huh.
So,
well, they always say that you can be a little bit coin flippy, but when it's heads, it's insane.
Yeah.
You know.
I can guess that.
I want to ask, like, how do you find these sort of angles that I feel like no other pro players finds? Like, for example, one of the things I talked about earlier today was the game you played against Bukala, SK, the Skarner game, where you got invaded level 1 on the Wolves. And I think many other junglers, they get invaded, and they just kind of like accept it, you know? They just clear their camps and then reset and play tempo and try to play for crabs. But you instead invaded him again, killed him, ganked bot after, and suddenly you just won the game off of that. And how do you find these creative plays?
I mean, specifically that game, I think just SK was kind of inting.
Yeah.
If we played against better team, probably I shouldn't have got this invade or shouldn't have killed the enemy jungler there. But overall, if you ask me, I'm just looking to make like plays overall, and it's just I'm playing a lot the game. I'm seeing, and this being coin flippy or making plays is sometimes a bit too much.
Yeah.
And for past 1.5 years, I'm trying to balance it out from playing good League of Legends and not going for this like crazy plays. Maybe it will work, it will not work. So I'm just trying to find the balance.
Yeah, because one of the things Finn, I remember, talked about is he said you have like crazy good early game creativity, but then you need someone to tell you in the mid-late game to like relax, because otherwise you're just going to go crazy.
Yeah.